stand back. The Mythbusters supersized 2-hour special is so big, it has its own area code.
Like, whoa.
For a monster start, Jamie and Adam journey to South Africa.
Oh, yeah.
To sink their teeth into shark myths with great whites. Then buckle up
Keep the change.
as Team Terminal finds out what actually happens if you got stuck in traffic
Look at the size of these engines!
behind a 747. Next, the guys give a Chevy Impala a Mythbusters tune-up
Go ahead, tailgate, see if I care.
to test the legend that if you fit it with astronomic rockets, it will really fly.
The Batmobile can kiss my butt.
Finally, testing a Titanic tail,
There she blows, Captain!
it's off to the Bahamas as Carrie, Tori, and Grant attempt to water ski
I can't believe we're gonna do this!
behind a colossal cruise ship. Who are the Mythbusters?
It's time to blow some stuff up.
Adam Savage and Jamie Heineman.
That was fun.
Between them, more than 30 years of special effects experience.
This is the kind of thing I do on the weekend.
Joining them, Carrie Byron,
Come over here, you smell that?
Grant Imahara,
He's alive!
and Tori Belleci.
This is starting to feel like a bad idea.
They don't just tell the myths, they put them to the test. Make room. This show is so supersized, you're gonna need 2 big screens to watch it all.
So, Jamie, why the omnipotent stature?
We're doing a special, and it's big.
It's not just big, it is huge. We're known for big finishes, and these are going to be the biggest ever because it's time for the Mythbusters 2-hour supersized special.
This is going to be enormous.
Well, you know what they say.
Sometimes regular just isn't enough. If you're hungering for some myths with some beef, the Mythbusters Supersize Special is sure to satisfy. On the menu, we have 4 giant, juicy choices. Supersized shark, supersized jet taxi, supersized rocket car, and supersized cruise ship water skiing. Hey, Buster, give us one of each with extra cheese. How about some lip-smacking supersized sharks for starters? The team has taken on these toothy fish before. In a previous special, they exploded some jaw-dropping shark movie myths and went to the Bahamas to go toe-to-toe with some reef sharks. But this time, they're taking on the big boys. At up to 20 feet long and a hefty 2 tons, the infamous, enigmatic Carcharodon carcharius, or great white, is the largest predatory shark on the planet. And no pushover.
So it's out with the puny little reef sharks and in with the great whites.
Okay, I can't wait, but what are we doing with them?
Well, we've got a couple of myths to test. One is actually pretty scientific. The myth is that sharks are attracted to certain sounds underwater, specifically sounds of a low frequency that might, to a shark, sound like an animal thrashing around, injured, in trouble, potentially dinner.
Sure, I know that one from spearfishing. What's the other one?
The other one is a lot more anecdotal, but it goes back hundreds and hundreds of years. You might be familiar with the idea that sharks are afraid of dolphins.
Yeah, I know that one from the Caribbean. The classic myth is shipwrecked sailors surrounded by dolphins and they're fending off sharks.
Exactly. The question that I have is, how the heck are we going to lure a dolphin into the shark-infested waters of South Africa?
Yeah, it sounds like that might be a problem. That can mean only one thing, though.
And I know what you're thinking. We're going to have to make our own dolphin to test with.
Yep.
Trying to trick a shark is going to be one fun adventure. So, to get things rolling, it's off to a theme park.
they have dolphins here, so we're going to have a close look at them to figure out the mechanics.
Dolphin behavioral expert Deborah Towie believes the smiley-faced exterior of these gentle creatures belie nerves of steel.
How long have you been working with these guys?
I've been working with dolphins for 27 years.
Okay, in that amount of time, have you ever come across the myth that dolphins can be a deterrent to shark attacks?
Yes, I have heard that many times.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm sure it's possible because knowing dolphin behavior, they are natural caregivers. So I'm sure that they're going to respond to a stranded person just like protecting each other.
Have you personally ever seen it?
I've never seen it, and to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be the person willing to test it out.
Next, the guys suit up to meet Brett, who possibly has the coolest job title in the world, Apprentice Killer Whale Trainer, and her sidekick, Merlin.
Do the chicken dance.
After some introductory salutations, Merlin struts his stuff, and the guys carefully study the smooth and seemingly effortless way he moves his body through the water, especially his tail end.
What I was seeing was that as the rear of the dolphin was going down, the flipper was going this way. When it was coming up, it was going this way. And that is the kind of motion that actually makes a dolphin move. That's what I have to do mechanically. I totally think we can build something like that.
I agree.
And we can make these pectoral fins adjustable so we can steer them a little bit.
Oh, I wish we could make them this soft and cute.
Yeah, that'll be a bit of a tall order, but I think we can do it.
Thanks a bunch, Merlin. See you next time. Back on dry land, to accurately reproduce the curved shape and proportions of their body, the team is going high-tech.
We have to get this dolphin to look as close to a real dolphin as possible. And Chris went online and found us a 3D dolphin. Now he can take this model and split it up into sections, give me cross sections, he give me side and top elevations, everything I need as guides for sculpting our full-scale dolphin.
The material they've chosen to make the body of the model is a nice firm grade of upholstery foam.
Jamie came up with the idea to do it out of what we call open cell foam because like a sponge, it absorbs water, but it's easy for us to work with, and there's a lot of it around.
Channeling the king of the sea, and with the highly accurate 3D graphics as his guide, Adam has the formation of his creation all marked out.
I'm going to cut the dolphin's profile out of enough foam to equal its thickness. Then I'm going to cut out its elevation out of that same chunk of foam and slowly contour in all the curves that I need.
Its form can't look fake. If their model isn't good enough to dupe a real shark, their entire experiment will sink. Now all his bottlenose needs are some, yes, finishing touches.
It's funny how all of a sudden it really makes it into a fish, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I mean, that was what I was waiting for. I knew this would be the thing that was like, that's a fish.
Actually, guys, a dolphin's not a fish. It's an aquatic mammal. Biology aside, Jamie starts making a mechanical tail that will mimic the motion of Merlin's. A modified electric screw gun will power the motor.
I'm going to hook up a disc on it that will move like a choo-choo train movement. And every time that movement goes like this, it'll push the tail down. When it goes like this, it pushes the tail up, and you've got that.
He places the drill inside a wooden housing and adds a remote trigger.
And there she is. It's a lot of torque.
Then he assembles the device on top of a plastic dolphin cutout and runs flexible bike chain down the middle like a spine.
Okay.
I'm not sure what that means yet.
Jamie's dolphin isn't exactly moving as gracefully as most, so he and aquarium assistant Jess dialed down the speed of the drill.
Okay, off. Okay. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty darn good.
It sure darn does. With the tail now flapping fluidly, they can join the top to the base with high-strength Velcro.
I'm going to hold into his middle and I'm going to feed him down.
Ah, he's kind of cute.
Here we go.
Jamie and Adam's impressive build skills have transformed former furniture stuffing into Flipper.
That's great!
In a final shark-fooling ploy, they paint their model a subtle yet natural shade of dolphin gray.
Looks like a dolphin to me.
Now all that's left is to put their new playmate in a shipping crate.
They both in?
Yep.
Watch the tail.
I hope they didn't forget to pack his passport.
Are you planning to be buried in something very similar to this?
I'm not going to get buried.
No?
No.
Your ashes scattered into space or something?
Mulch.
Mulch?
Yeah.
You gonna feed yourself into a wood chipper?
Yeah. Okay.
Dolphin may not be so happy when he finds out his first overseas adventure is a one-way trip to some of the most shark-infested waters in the world. But sorry, buddy, no refunds.
Off to Africa.
Craving some more Mythbusters supersize special? How about a carb-laden serve of Jet Taxi?
Carrie, why are you playing with toys again?
Well, our first myth that we're going to supersize is a special request from the fan site. It's Jet Taxi.
Ah, I love that one.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's where the taxi driver in Rio de Janeiro ignores a red light on a road running behind the airport. And the reason the light's red is because there's a jet that's about to take off. He jams it, the jet takes off, and the taxi takes a tumble.
This headlining story reportedly happened in Rio. Will driving too close to a plane really cause some serious taxi turbulence? Years back, Adam and Jamie tried out this cab cliffhanger. The boys had a taxi and a plane all set for takeoff, but at the last minute, their flight permission was canceled.
That we got a yes yesterday and a no today. It's just like,
But now, things are looking up.
It's taken us 2 years to research, and we found a freight company who are willing to let us use our planes.
It's not just any plane. It's one of the largest passenger aircraft flying in the sky today. A jumbo jet, a 747.
Awesome. Talk about supersize.
And to supersize it even more, we're going to do a taxi, but we're also going to try it with a bus and a small aircraft.
Sweet, let's go.
With their bags packed, our group of X-Men fly out to the Wolverine State, also known as Michigan. And upon landing, it's plain to see that they've come to the right place.
Last time we did Jet Taxi, we weren't able to flip a taxi. Why? Because we didn't have a jet. But now we do. Coletta Air, an international cargo company, has agreed to let us use one of theirs. I can't wait!
Weighing in at over 700,000 pounds, measuring almost 250 feet nose to tail, and costing more than $60 million. This is the definition of supersized. And someone's letting the Mythbusters borrow one?
I love you, man! I love you!
Maybe they should reconsider.
So, we've gotten ourselves a 747 and this here taxi. This time, we're going to blow it away. But because this is the supersized special, we are not going to stop there. We are also going to find out what happens when a bus drives behind the jet blast. And then we're going to see what happens when a small plane drives behind the jet blast. This is going to be a brilliant day.
And Grant's Day is going to get even more brilliant as he's about to learn how a jet engine works.
Are you Rich?
Rich.
Great.
Nice.
You're manager here at the engine shop at Coletta Air?
Yes, sir. This jet engine is a dual spool, axial flow, high bypass engine, creates 54,000 pounds of thrust. Your air is at about 200 psi to have a series of turbines which creates the compressor.
It may sound like the binary language of moisture vaporators and bocce, but these fellow engineers understand each other perfectly. For the rest of us, here's a graphic. A jet engine sucks air in at the front with a fan. A series of blades in the compressor then raises the pressure of the air. This pressurized air is then sprayed with fuel and lit. The burning gases expand and blast out the back. But will this blast be enough to capsize a cab?
Thanks a lot, Rich.
You bet, Grant.
Have you ever built any robots?
No.
I got some great ideas for you. Let
Okay,
me tell you
let's
about
talk about it.
Before they try to induce any 747 360s, the Mythbusters need to pimp their ride.
That's a good job, kid. Here you go. Here's $1. Go play.
Once it's clean as a whistle, it's time to get down and dirty with some authentic taxi cab yellow. Shortly followed by a Mythbusters-inspired logo. And of course, the obligatory taxi sign.
Now that's a taxi cab. All right, now it's really a taxi.
You know, they have vehicles here that'll push this.
Really?
Finally, David, the smash cab, is ready to be pushed into position.
Boys, put your back into it.
Shortly followed by Goliath, the plane.
Look at the size of these engines. There's no way that a cab is going to stand up next to these. That's crazy.
Buckle up, folks. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Jamie Heineman, Adam Savage, and featuring great white sharks as themselves, journey from San Francisco all the way to the other side of the world, to the Western Cape of South Africa, to shoot their greatest adventure of all time, super-sized sharks. With pristine beaches, majestic mountains, and quaint historic buildings, this part of the world looks like something out of a picture postcard. Adam and Jamie can't wait to meet some of its most celebrated locals.
Mythbusters are in Africa. It's dawn on False Bay near Cape Town, and we're about to head out to see if we can see some real great white attacks. This is the perfect time. This is the time that they're feeding. We're going to see what we can get.
Before testing the myths, the guys are going on a meet and greet with the expert guides from African Shark Eco Charters.
The Blue Pointer 2. Makes you wonder what happened to the Blue Pointer 1.
Maybe we need a bigger boat.
These waters, where the Indian and Atlantic Oceans converge, contain some of the highest concentrations of super-sized great whites on the planet.
We want to see exactly what we're up against, the size of these sharks and the kind of power that they have. Apparently, it's astonishing, and if we're lucky, we'll be able to see it firsthand.
Their destination is a 600-foot-long granite outcrop called Seal Island.
60,000 reasons the sharks are here.
Wow.
Thousands of them.
With over 60,000 Cape fur seals calling this cozy colony home, it's obvious how this place got its name.
This island is a seal sanctuary as far as humans are concerned. They're not allowed to be hunted. But for the sharks, it's a larder.
Are seals related to walruses?
I don't know.
You feel some kinship with them or anything?
They all look so happy. Little do they know that death is lurking below.
To uncover the magnitude of what they're about to take on, the boys are going fishing.
This is our seal decoy. This will attract sharks when we troll it behind the boat. And it skips along on the surface just like a surfboard. That splashing helps attract the sharks. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. So the skipper tells me that conditions are perfect out here because if it's too clear, everybody can see what's going on. The sharks can tell. Oh!
Whoa, catching massive air like this, the guys can see why the sharks of False Bay are known as the extremers of seal hunting.
They come up from underneath the seal, grabbing in their jaws, fully breaching their entire bodies out of the water, slamming down, stunning their prey.
And you thought sharks couldn't fly. To reel them in even closer, how about some sushi?
We toss these puppies overboard on a float, and just as they're about to chomp on them, we yank them out of their way. This kind of gets them all worked up, and they come towards the boat. It's cool. There we go. Wow!
As a ravenous crowd is enticed, The sea is getting rougher, and poor old Adam is feeling a little off color.
Adam's doing his best right now to help us attract more sharks.
Even though supersized whites are now cruising within just feet of the boat,
Oh, yeah.
it still isn't close enough for Jamie.
I want to see the teeth.
So he's going for a dip in the shark cage.
It's one thing to see these sharks from the safety of the boat. It's another thing to get up close and personal with them, and that's what I'm about to do.
For having mercilessly teased carnivorous creatures with up to 3,000 serrated teeth, he's surprisingly nonchalant.
Well, what can I say? Danger is my middle name. I'm not terribly nervous. You know, whatever happens, happens.
Got it?
Danger Heineman gets into the cage.
Okay, shark down to your left when you get in.
Being inside that shark cage, just really awful. You're just kind of looking off into the murk, waiting for some big thing to all of a sudden loom into your face out of the darkness.
Warning, body parts should be kept inside the bars at all times. Oh, boys, I think he's come back for his noon feeding.
Big one. Coming up. Whoa! It has the cage. It cracked the cage. Oh, my Lord. There we go. He's breaking free. Get him in. Not between the boat and the cage. Oh, my Lord.
Just a few inches closer, and Jamie would have had his mustache trimmed.
Oh, my Lord.
Like any great fishing story, he'll be telling this one for years.
We're going sideways. I'm like, okay, we're fine. We're in the cage. Shark's out there. He'll figure it out. He'll go away. But still, he was like, that was pretty intense.
Looks like both Jamie and Adam have had enough stomach-churning adventure for one day.
So South Africa's been pretty crazy to us so far. We did see an air attack. Jamie almost got eaten. I threw up. But now we are able to start our tests.
It's almost chocks away for supersized jet taxi. Your friendly Mythbusters flight crew is about to find out if a taxi got caught behind a jet as it's about to take off, would it be blown into oblivion? Tori directs the colossal 747 into the blast zone on an abandoned section of runway.
Get it!
But first, a word from your captain.
So, Philip, you're going to be operating the plane for us.
Yes.
This is really a treat to be up here and to get to see this in person. There's just way more buttons than I expected. So, how does a 747 compare to other planes?
This one here has 7R4 G2 engines on it, which produce about 54,000 pounds of thrust each.
Wow. So by now, I'm sure you're aware of the myth that a taxi crossed the jet blast and blew away.
Yes.
In your opinion?
With my experience on the airplane and running engines, I feel that it's possible.
Really?
Yes.
I cannot wait to see this myself.
Well, Carrie, that makes two of us. Back at ground zero, the taxi has been positioned 100 feet behind the plane. So, what's the plan?
Do I look excited? Well, I am. We're ready to test the jet taxi myth, and this is the setup. We got our 747 in position. We got our taxi in place. We got our breakaway line attached to our cable, which is attached to our tow truck. Now all we need to do is have the captain fire up these engines, have the tow truck pull the taxi cab through the jet blast, and hopefully we'll flip this cab.
And of course, our taxi will be driven by the ever unfortunate Buster.
Change. Good luck, buddy.
So what's the flippin' prediction?
Look, the 747 is putting out 54,000 pounds of thrust per engine. Now, the cab is only about 100 feet away and weighs about 3,000 pounds. There's no question in my mind that it's gonna roll. My question is, how far?
Well, let's find out. Any last thoughts from our hero driver?
Adam, I am your father.
Ooh, interesting.
We're finally here, the real thing. Wish Jamie and Adam could be here.
I know. You
can't beat a real 747. We're towing a taxi right behind it.
Dude, I still can't believe they let us play with the 747.
We're gonna turn a taxi into a tumbleweed.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
All right, go ahead and fire up the engine.
Ready to fire up the engines, Roger.
In the cockpit, pilot Philip fires up the plane.
Engine stable.
Roll back.
Auto cutout.
All parameters checked.
Roger.
With Buster having a career crisis,
I wonder if Mike Rowe is hiring.
Philip puts the throttle to the metal. The jump in volume is immense as the engines scream at full power. Time to hail our cab. Ouch! The force combined with an old runway is a recipe for rippage. Huge pieces of asphalt are being tossed aside like tissue paper in a tornado. That really blows. With the tarmac all torn up, they shut down the engines. And after clearing up their mess, once again it's taxi.
Buster, are you ready? Hold on tight! You're gonna be fine!
Get it on. Clear on 2 and 3.
Clear for takeoff power.
Clear for takeoff power.
Coming up to power.
Buster watches from the hot seat as the engines fire up to full throttle once again. It's now or never for the taxi. Will it flip or will this myth flop? The force was so great that our in-car camera was busted the moment the taxi hit the stream. This kind of reckless driving is going to do nothing to enhance the reputation of cab drivers. But it does confirm the myth. A result that's left the car...
That is incredible.
Holy smash!
And its driver trashed.
All right, I guess we're onto the bus.
You're gonna be a bus driver now.
That's right, we're not stopping here. Because next up, will a school bus get caned?
Bring out the bus!
Off the western Cape of South Africa, Jamie and Adam have already received a big welcome by some of its larger-than-life inhabitants.
Big one.
Now, to jump into the myths.
Well, adventures on the high seas with sharks is all well and good, but we have a job to do, don't we?
Yeah, it's time to get to work. And the first one is this mythical low-frequency sound attractor for the sharks. Supposedly, right around 40 hertz is the sound that they love.
Yeah, that's like the frequency of an injured fish that they might be attracted to.
Exactly.
Are you ready to blow some chunks, or you want to let me do all of it?
No, I've got some new medicine. I'm willing to try it again.
Okay.
Back on board the Blue Pointer 2, the guys return to the Great White's preferred dining destination, Seal Island. Fortunately for Adam, today the ocean is calm, but he's still uneasy about getting queasy.
This could just be a nice little boat ride, or I could be on a waterborne vomitorium. I'm anxious about finding out which.
The events of yesterday are still looming large in Jamie's mind, and he's telling his "it was this big" tale to anyone who'll listen.
So, all of a sudden, this gigantic shark has got its face right in my face. And I'm like, whoa! And he's thrashing. And we're going every which way, and finally it sort of flipped around and swam off, and we're just like, did that really just happen?
Moving on to the myth, the expert crew often rustle up sharks with a sound rap.
One thing that tells me that this actually might be true is that the operators of this boat, who are very experienced with these sharks, occasionally rap on the side of the boat real fast to try and attract them. We've seen them do it. It does seem to work.
great white sharks are defined as apex predators, equipped with the most diverse range of super senses of any known hunter. The theory is, when an injured creature moves, it creates low-frequency sound vibrations. Sharks detect these vibrations with their hearing and receptors that run along their flanks called lateral lines. With this highly sensitive sense, they can feel sound with their entire bodies. So how did Jamie and Adam plan to conduct their test?
I'm going to get in the shark cage again, and we're going to be putting speakers underwater, and we'll see whether we see a distinct difference in the behavior of these sharks.
They submerge 3 powerful underwater speakers that'll broadcast a variety of frequencies, along with the shark cage and, in his custom-made Mythbusters wetsuit, Jamie.
Okay, I'm ready to go in.
And if you think he's fazed by a very possible repeat of some intense great white attention, he's not.
What happened yesterday actually was kind of good. I survived that. I'd be surviving this one for sure.
Up on deck, Adam mans a 2-way radio.
Okay, I'm set. If you're gonna be sick, can you do it on the other side of the boat? Over.
And Jamie scans the area for sharks.
Jamie's just told me that he does not see a single shark in the vicinity of the boat, so it's a perfect time to start our test.
As we've already seen, these are quintessential shark-infested waters. So with no bait or lures in the water, if they do appear, it should only be from the sound.
Can you bring in the sharks? I'm getting bored.
First, the guys need to test that the speakers are working properly. So, guys and gals, by popular request,
You know, playing the Mythbusters theme song to the sharks is like saying, welcome to technology, you know? Like, hey, why don't you evolve a bit more, you know?
Mythbusters theme tune running all over the ocean. Over.
And Jamie dances like nobody's watching.
Here, in the chilly waters of False Bay, South Africa, we have been allowed to see a remarkable occurrence. The mating dance of the amphibious hyena. Remarkable.
The speakers are working great, but Jamie, you need to ditch the 80s robot moves. Time to tune in the myth, the 40 hertz signal. This is the mythical number that's purported to announce to sharks that dinner is being served. Hertz are the number of pressure waves per second produced by sound. Because water particles sit closer together than air particles, sound travels 5 times faster beneath the ocean. That means news of a seafood snack should travel fast.
All right, Jamie, I'm gonna play the 40 hertz hum now for 10 minutes. Over.
Let's play that and see whether they come right up.
As the hum reverberates through the water, Jamie braces himself.
This is kind of like being in a dark closet waiting for a bus to slam through your house. Over.
But after playing the 40 hertz signal for a full 10 minutes, not even a curious krill passes by.
I don't see any sharks. I think I'm gonna take a nap now. Over.
So what's the verdict?
Nothing really happened. No sharks appeared. This is what scientists tell us is the most likely to actually track a shark. Didn't do it here.
But maybe 40 is too specific a tone. What if they're off by just a few hertz?
Now I'm gonna play a sweep from 0 hertz to 40 hertz for a while and see if anywhere in that zone attracts them.
The human ear is unable to hear sounds below about 20 hertz, but sharks can detect noises as low as 10. But the long, slow sweep also stirs up nothing.
Well, the sweep from 0 to 40 didn't work either. I don't know. Maybe we should try a high pitch.
High-frequency sound isn't what this myth is supposed to be about, but it might appeal to a wider audience.
The sound was there. It was actually very penetrating. It was more clear than any of the other sounds.
Jamie, there is a shark. You see him? Over.
There he is. That's a big one. Wow.
It just goes to show you can never predict what's going to be a hit.
Size of a prize bull.
I know, the exact opposite of what we thought was going to happen.
But maybe it wasn't the sound the shark was attracted to, but Jamie. In his slick black wetsuit, he looks a lot like a sweet, juicy seal. Best to remove temptation. Waiting for Jamie's suitor to slip away, the crew takes 5 and flaps their jaws.
You're a salty dog. What kind of scars you got?
Well, you can't really put in 7 years at sea without collecting a few scars. I've got over 50 scars on each hand.
What else?
I've got coral scars all up and down both calves.
Coral? I still think you got better than that.
How about a machete scar over here?
A machete? All right, I got that beat. Check this out. See this keloid scar right here? That's from a nail that was sticking out of a box when I was moving.
Okay, the coast is now clear of sharks.
For due diligence, we're running the test a second time with Jamie out of the water while I'm up here trying to spot sharks and hold my lunch down, and right now, it's not looking good for either.
Then let's be quick before Adam's sick. 40 hertz tone. No sign of sharks. 10-minute sweep from 0 to 40 hertz. No sign of sharks. High frequency tone. Again.
Can you see anything down there?
No sharks. But before Adam and Jamie call this myth busted, they want to check the volume.
Take this thing, the hydrophone, which is it's a microphone that works underwater, and put it at some distance to make sure that sounds are actually transmitting far enough that a shark that's just in the vicinity would pick them up.
Jamie rallies our second crew over yonder to help out.
Just drive away very slowly and keep giving me the thumbs up until you don't hear the sound anymore, and then stop, okay? Can you hear it?
We're good, I can hear it.
Way, way, way in the back of our Aqua Auditorium, producer Alice gives the cutoff signal. So that leaves our supersized shark sound myth dead in the water.
The microphone picked up the sound over 300 yards away. It was farther away than Seal Island, farther away than you could hear me if I yelled. What that means is that the myth is busted because we played the sounds, sharks didn't come, and we know they heard them.
Let's get back on dry land.
Yeah, you're looking a little bit green there. Again.
Forget about portion control. We're ordering up a giant jumbo serve of supersized rocket car. It was the myth that launched the legend.
Yeehaw!
Our very first Mythbusters ever, JATO rocket car.
And so the fun begins.
Check out how fresh-faced Adam looks. But Jamie doesn't seem like he's aged a day. Could those robot rumors really be true? The story that started it all was this. Supposedly, an Air Force sergeant strapped a JATO, or Jet-Assisted Takeoff Unit, to a 67 Chevy Impala. Upon ignition, the car got up to a scorching 300 miles an hour when it hit a bump in the road. Launched into the air, he flew for 1.5 miles until the side of a mountain brought his journey and himself to an end. It sure was a blast.
I'm gonna have to have a grenectomy.
But unleashing the Chevy in the desert with 1,500 pounds of rocket propellant strapped to its back, it only reached 150 miles an hour, and there was no liftoff. So how do they plan to take this tale to supersize status?
Well, you know, the first time we tried this, we only replicated half of the myth. We did the circumstances of the myth. This time we need to replicate the results of the myth.
Specifically, the car increasing to 350 miles an hour, flying over a mile in the air before embedding itself into a cliff. Those circumstances?
Those circumstances. The key idea is airborne.
Okay, so how are we going to get it airborne this time?
I don't see any need to mess around with it. Let's just use a ramp.
First, they have to find another Chevy Impala. The original mysteriously disappeared from M5 years ago.
He sold it!
I did
He
not
sold
sell
it!
it.
After the pilots, he's like, I don't really see any place this show Mythbusters can go.
That's pretty much it. Well, that was fun.
Our researchers have scoured the classic auto classifieds once again and found another.
Adam.
I'm Robert.
Hi, Robert.
The guys look under the hood,
Oh, look at that. Shiny parts.
rev the engine, inspect the interior,
The upholstery is like cherry.
and the deal is done.
I think this will do just fine. You got yourself a deal.
Then they tell Robert exactly what they're going to do with his baby.
It's going to go a lot faster than it would normally, and it's most likely going to be the last thing this car ever does.
Yeah, goodbye, Holly.
Oh, you named it Holly?
Yeah.
Oh, man, the car has a name.
Holly, some cars are born bad.
When internal combustion just isn't enough.
Before sending their cherry upholstery into the clouds, the guys need to conduct some tests. So Adam's going to make exact reproductions of Holly to scale.
I found this race car on the interwebs, and while the body's not the right shape, the chassis is perfect. I just need to make an Impala body shape for it, and here it is. I've got this model, and all I need to do is enlarge this to fit on this chassis.
First, Adam pays a visit to our computer geek, Chris.
I need to use Jamie's laser scanner to scan that and make it about 2.5 feet long.
Okay.
Chris scans each of its surfaces with a laser and creates a 3D graphic.
Dude, look at that. Wow.
Then he transfers the information to a CNC machine, a computer-controlled mill, and inserts a block of sturdy foam.
Dude.
The CNC is one fine whittler.
That is so awesome.
Next, it's time for a ride in the vacuum form.
My foam master is ready to mold. This is a piece of plastic. When it heats up under this heater, I will pull it down over the foam buck, and that will create my master pattern for the Impala bodies. That is lovely. Look at that.
Now that's one hot-looking car. Adam makes multiple molds.
I always like to vacuum form extra things when I'm going, because they're fun.
Then Jess and Dennis do some custom detailing. With the assembly plant in top gear, Jamie sets out to weigh the real Impala. If they don't mimic its specs precisely, the entire experiment could be thrown off balance.
On the car, I need to know what its balance point is. If I put like a pivot underneath it, I need to know where the car would balance out. That's its center of gravity, or CG. So Jamie's going to take it to a metal place where they've got a big scale, and then through that determine what its CG is.
3,700 pounds.
Now Adam can distribute the load on his reproduction chassis exactly to scale.
So all I need to do is add 5 more pounds of weight to this and make sure that 55% of its total weight is ahead of the center line, just like on the real car specs.
He adds 5 pounds to the frame, welds 3 mini rocket housings on top, and his to-scale 67 Chevy Impala is complete, right down to the custom plates.
That's just cool.
In supersized jet taxi, it's myth confirmed. Driving close behind a full-throttle 747 is a bad idea. A very, very bad idea. But the bad ideas don't stop there. After all, this is the Supersize Special.
I've just had my most favorite moment ever on Mythbusters, seeing the taxi flip behind the jet. Now we're gonna see what happens when we drive a bus behind the jet.
This terminal tale could be true.
Now, the interesting thing is that at airports all over the world, there are buses taking passengers from terminal to terminal. I'm curious to see what would happen if one of those buses strayed off the path and got a little bit too close to a jet.
But before Grant's curiosity gets satisfied, well, the bus needs some last-minute alterations.
Yeah, you damn kids.
Shut up! Go through that apple!
There are camera positions to be rigged. A classic movie scene to be replicated.
Bus is rigged with a bomb. Drive straight. Stay above 50.
And a squirrel to be relocated.
So our bus is ready to go. It was kindly donated to us by the Oscoda School District, and we're going to do the same thing as the taxi. We're not exactly sure what's going to happen, but I think we might see some rolling.
There's a lot of flat surface area here, and if you've ever driven a van on a windy day, it just pushes it. So I think this thing is just gonna whoosh.
Then best buckle up Buster nice and tight.
All right, go ahead and fire up the engines when you're ready.
Things stabilized, looks good.
Send it up.
The engines start to turn over, and it's not long before they're ready to go full throttle. The engines soon reach full power scream, and the bus begins its tortuous journey. For this bus, school's out, but will it be over and out? Well, it sure will. The bus takes a route that's totally outside of the school district. This incident will have to be reported, you know. Our team is like a bunch of excited school kids.
It totally lifted it off the ground like 6 or 7 feet. I can't believe what I just saw. It was probably one of the coolest things I've seen in a long time, and we see a lot of cool things here on Mythbusters. The bus got lift, probably about 6 or 8 feet off the ground. That's probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, the taxi was one thing, but that bus, I will never get that image out of my head. I mean, it got into the air, it had hang time, it actually had hang time. I cannot wait to see the high speed.
Then here it is, Karen. The bus hits the jet stream. Its huge surface area acts like a giant sail, and it gets picked up and dumped like a yacht in a hurricane.
What the heck? Look, we could chop off the top and we'll have a party bus. Buster!
Look at him!
Is he okay?
Are you in there?
Hey, he's all. Ooh.
Oh.
With Buster now the filling in a steel sandwich, it's myth.
Obviously confirmed.
I think so.
Oh, man. All
Let's
right.
move on to an airplane.
Yeah!
Jamie and Adam are trying to take their groundbreaking Episode 1 JATO rocket car to supersized heights.
We now have a perfect 1/6 scale model of both our original and our new Impala. I've replicated the rocket structure on top that we put on it in Episode 1, and we are going to replicate the exact amount of thrust we had in Episode 1. We're going to add a ramp, and hopefully this scale test will tell us if the original rockets we had on our original Impala are enough to get that thing airborne.
To conduct their scale tests, Jamie and Adam are going to spread their wings at this abandoned aircraft hangar.
Hey, sir. How you doing?
Rocketry expert Eric is in charge of getting things all fired up. While Adam preps the car, Jamie gets to work measuring and setting up a ramp.
Looks like a ramp to me.
So how's the test going to run?
At the go signal, I'm going to start the car towards the ramp. When it's about 3/4 of the way towards the ramp, Eric will press launch. The car plus the rockets are going to take off, and, well, if everything goes right, they're going to fly over 1,000 feet.
Now, to see if the ramp will give the guys the liftoff they're looking for.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1.
That didn't go the way I expected, really.
The rockets went off, but so did the car. Every which way but where it should.
When we add this much power to a vehicle, if it's not really carefully done, the vehicle can go out of control. And that's exactly what happened. It went off. You can even see this line here. It took off at a right angle instead of going straight.
To try and rein it in, Adam adjusts the speed of the run-up.
In 3, 2, 1.
But again, it veers off course.
The second I hit the ramp, the rocket goes off. It veers off.
Well, you know, I just had a thought.
Yeah.
When they make a real rocket, they don't put the rocket engines on the side or the top of the rocket. They put it at the back of the rocket, right?
Yeah.
So why don't we put the rocket on the back of the rocket? You know, the engine's on the back. If we put it on the roof, of course it's going to do something weird.
Right, right.
To try and eliminate the weirdness, Adam reconfigures the chassis. So instead of being on top of the car, the rockets will sit on the back. They're also going to increase the amount of propulsion.
We just used an F motor. This time let's use a K motor. It's 10 times the thrust. We'll get that car to fly.
On their scale model Chevy, these rockets are the equivalent of a supersized 10,000 pounds of thrust.
3.
T-minus 3 seconds and counting.
Go.
This time the Impala launches over the ramp and flies into the stratosphere. Sort of.
Let's get down there with the fire extinguisher.
The trail of burn marks across the floor and all the way out the door is just what they were hoping for.
There it is. Well, there's your problem. We lost the front end. I don't know about you, but the first few feet of that looked really, really lovely.
Well, that was more than a few feet. That was like 30, 50 feet. So it was a nice arc. It was good.
Mini Mission 67 Chevy was a sizzling success.
Putting the rocket on the center line of the car is clearly the way to go. It gave us a marked improvement on this flight. We also gave it a considerably more power, and we got a nice, clean trajectory off the ramp. I think that's what we need to do on the full-size car. We're good to go.
Eric, that's for your trophy room there.
The motivation behind making the Mythbusters Supersize Special is, why go for small or even medium when bigger is so much better? So, in the ultimate anti-diet, next up is a whopping slice of cruise ship water skiing.
You guys ready to show off your farmer's tans?
And 6 packs?
Yeah, more like a pony cake. Anyway, we're gonna go water skiing, but we're gonna switch it up.
Well, one of the viewers off of the fan site had a really good suggestion. A cruise ship.
Yeah, we're going on a cruise.
Set a course for adventure as we embark on a myth from the fan site that's exciting and new and possibly perilous. The plan is to get a cruise ship to travel at a steady speed of 14 knots. That's about 18 miles an hour. Trailing a 300-foot-long tow rope. Following alongside will be a water skier on a speedboat who, in a daring maneuver, will try to grab the ship's rope and go for a supersized ride. First, the team cruises over to Willie's Water Ski Center for some schooling.
You ready for this?
Tori has been selected as the one to make the attempt.
A little privacy.
He's only water skied once before, but that's once more than Carrie and Grant.
There's a big concern about transitioning from the towboat to the cruise liner. My biggest concern is, am I going to be able to stay up? I've only done it once before. This should be interesting.
As a former national German water ski champion, Willie is the guy to whip Tori into shape.
Then I will drag you a little bit behind the boat. And when I scream at you, ready?
And I'll give you the okay.
Then I give you the okay, and we go.
Okay.
Okay. Making the task even more challenging, Tori's going to be using a wakeboard. At just 15 inches wide, there won't be a whole lot of surface area for Tori to stand on. It looks like this could take a while.
You give me some of that.
While Grant and Carrie catch some rays, Tori tries again.
Tori, keep your knees bent as long as you can, okay?
This time, Willie gets the speed of the boat up to 14 knots, the same speed the cruise ship will be traveling at.
He's doing good. I'm so proud.
He is. He's doing great.
Look, Ma, only one hand. Seems like Tori's got the speed down, but here comes the hard part.
Now all we have to do is the rope switch. That shouldn't be too hard.
A swift rope switch is the key to success, so the team is going to practice the scenario using a second boat as a cruise ship stand-in.
The way it's gonna work is I'm gonna be holding onto the boom pole as I'm wakeboarding, and that's gonna give me some more stability. And then the other boat's gonna have the tow rope. It's gonna come up next to it, get to the same speed. I'm gonna grab that rope and hopefully make the transition and keep skiing.
Tori is ready for his first attempt.
Really stay low on the board with your shoulders up. Don't reach over for the handle. I bring you to it. Okay?
They're coming out, handles out. Here comes the cruise ship. Here we go.
Tori keeps his center of gravity low, just like Willie said. But even though the second rope is within inches of his reach, it slips through his fingers.
The hardest part is seeing the handle in the whitewash. I can see the line and I see where it goes, but it's like there's so much weight that you can't see where the handle actually is.
He tries again. This time, Tori not only finds his feet, but also the rope, and slowly works his way down to the grip handle. Grant hasn't been this excited since the Backstreet Boys reunited. But when Tori tries to repeat his moment of glory,
Face plant, not so good.
he just can't seem to recapture it. If Tori fumbles on the day, the entire experiment will be a washout.
I think it's gonna be tough.
I think it's gonna be real tough, especially when we're out in the open water and it's just choppy and wavy.
Oh man.
Carrie has some final encouraging words.
Hope you have a lot of time for practice.
Pack some coconut oil, because the team promises something for everyone as they cruise to the Bahamas. Taking shark myths to the max, Jamie and Adam have voyaged all the way to South Africa to find out if an adorable, fun-loving dolphin can give a great white shark the willies. They've already built a highly realistic animatronic dolphin at M5 that does everything except jump through hoops. And he's just arrived on the shores of Cape Town. Special delivery.
Inside this crate is an animatronic dolphin. The myth is that sharks are actually afraid of dolphins, so we've traveled halfway across the planet with this guy. We're about to throw him in the water with the biggest sharks we could find and see if they're actually afraid of him.
Having flown economy for a solid 21 hours with a 7-hour layover, he looks surprisingly refreshed.
He's a good-looking dolphin.
You got it?
I got him. This is the picture, right?
This fella looks like he couldn't hurt a fly. But if this myth is true, maybe he's meaner than that. Dolphins have strong protective instincts towards members of their pod. Some scientists believe they can be so strong that if they see another creature being threatened by a shark, their biological impulse kicks in, and they protect them too. Faced with such a determined defender, some sharks may decide to hightail it if they see one. Having learned that great whites consider breakfast the most important meal of the day, once again the guys head back to Seal Island at dawn. Positioned smack in the middle of their feeding ground, it's time to test the waters.
Well, it's time for the dolphin to come into play, but I think first we need to tow a seal to make sure that we've got action out here. We've got sharks in the area.
Absolutely. Let's do the decoy as a control and then do the decoy plus the dolphin.
Okay.
All right.
Once again, their hapless, bogus seal is being fed to the sharks.
You feeling lucky, punk?
I am feeling lucky.
And just like that...
Whoa! I guess they're hungry today.
I'm speechless. That was stunning. We got our first hit on the decoy alone within 5 seconds of putting it in the water. These sharks are hungry and they're definitely out here. Let's get the dolphin in the water.
Okay.
With the sharks obviously eager to stuff themselves with a seal swimming solo,
Get under it.
let's see if putting a dolphin in the water will make them less avaricious.
Oh, perfect.
Ready?
Cautiously placing their masterful creation off the stern, they release him for his very first swim.
Look at that!
He's a natural.
Look at that tail action.
It looks great. It looks perfect.
It's a beautiful thing to see such a magnificent, phony creature in the wild.
It looks exactly like a dolphin. If I was taking a boat out here, I'd be like, oh, check out the dolphin, not look at the spray-painted former mattress.
With their animatronic dolphin operating on a way more sophisticated level than the fake seal, hopefully it will easily fool the great whites.
It's a silhouette of the dolphin. If the shark is looking up, which is what they're doing, it's going to see a dolphin shape that's to scale, is correct, and it looks just like a dolphin.
All right, we're good.
Sorry, dude, the moment has come to test the myth. But at least now you've got a potential protector.
We're gonna have the seal and the dolphin right next to each other. If the shark strikes the seal while the dolphin's next to it, it's pretty clear that the dolphin is not a deterrent.
So what's the chomping consensus?
Personally, as far as the myth is concerned, I think that 3,500-pound shark versus 300-pound dolphin, I don't think the shark's going to be too afraid of it.
I'm really curious to see what's going to happen. We got such a quick predation this morning. The conditions are just perfect.
The boat slowly moves forward, and the pair are towed a distance behind. Within minutes, a fin breaks the surface, brushing within inches of the seal. But there's no snappage.
But he didn't go for it.
No, he clearly sees the dolphin because he was going in that direction.
Yeah.
This could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship. But was the normally aggressive predator put off by the seal's silent sentinel?
We put out the decoy with the dolphin, and we had a shark come up and investigate the decoy while it was next to the dolphin, but he didn't bite it. So now we're going back to one. We're going to quickly put the decoy out alone. If the decoy gets bitten or eaten, that pretty much proves that the dolphin is a deterrent. I think we're going to get a hit.
The seal decoy looks a little lonely out there, but he soon has some company.
Yeah! Awesome!
But could this be just a fishy coincidence? Before jumping to a conclusion, Adam and Jamie have one more test to jump into.
Free lunch.
Jamie and Adam are trying to find out if you put giant rockets on the back of a car, will it become one? Having already shot a model Chevy to the stars, they're set to prep a full-size auto to become airborne.
Let's talk about rockets for a second.
Okay, the rockets we're going to put in our car are made of something called ammonium perchlorate. Now, this was first developed around 1940, and it was inspired by Greek fire, actually, which was developed 1,500 years earlier. And the key idea here is that it was a liquid that they could heat up and cast and form it into this tubular shape that you need that burns from the inside out.
And if I'm correct, the rocket fuel that we're using in our rockets for the rocket car is pretty much the same stuff they used in the solid boosters on the space shuttle.
It's the real stuff, baby.
We're using real rockets.
Yeah, they're serious rockets.
Jamie starts modifying the Chevy. These serious, supersized casings will house rockets with 10,000 pounds of thrust. With this amount of power, the rockets themselves are being made off-site at one of the premier manufacturers in the nation.
In this particular case, this is like a controlled explosion that is going on here because this rocket fuel, it's essentially an explosive. When you get it that large, you know, it's best handled by the professionals.
Jamie makes some room in the trunk.
That's the ticket.
And he and Jess slot the pipes into it.
Go ahead, tailgate, see if I care.
But all the extra poundage on the Impala's rear end needs to be addressed, or it won't be fit to fly.
It's important to have the center of gravity, in other words, most of the weight forward of the center line of a rocket. And we do that so that it balances correctly, it flies correctly. If we don't do that, we'll have a rocket that might like flip in mid-flight.
He adds extra beef to the front end by placing weights around the engine.
We're putting 600 pounds of rocket engine in the back. So I put 600 pounds of barbell weights and scrap steel in the front. Therefore, this 55-45 relationship that the car already has is maintained.
Thanks to Jamie and Adam's makeover, she's not only beautifully proportioned, but stable, ready for her first and most likely last debut.
The Batmobile can kiss my butt.
Back at the airport annihilation, the team has turned a taxi torpedo and a bus ballistic.
Contact.
But there's more high-flying fun to come.
If this Mythbust airplane flips in the jet blast, it'll definitely be the last time this thing ever sees flight.
The scenario of a small plane stuck behind a big jet is no joke.
It's just like the Wright brothers, isn't it?
Just like the Wrong brothers.
One mistake by an air traffic controller or a pilot, and this could easily happen. Their final form of transportation should literally reach the skies, so they're taking extra pre-flight precautions.
Now, the difference with this run is going to be the fact that we saw the lift we got on that bus. We saw the lift we got on that taxi. We're a little afraid of blowing this to pieces and possibly damaging a $60 million plane. So this time, we're pushing this back an extra 20 feet.
I think it's time to wreck a little plane.
This is it!
Final one.
This is the grand finale!
I love that sound. That's the sound of destruction.
The plane gets towed, and it's up and away, but not for long. It seems that the extra distance from the 747 meant that the small plane got out of it relatively unscathed. Of course, I say relatively, but Buster's again out for the count.
Look at that.
Well, you know what? He wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
That's
so.
right. If he hadn't wearing a seatbelt,
He'd be upside down right now.
He'd be upside down.
Sending the taxi toppling, the bus belly up, and the plane kamikaze is supersized confirmation that driving a vehicle behind a 747 is one giant wrong turn.
I think we can triple confirm that one.
that was probably the craziest thing I've ever seen.
You think insurance is going to cover the tarmac that peeled up like paper?
I certainly hope so, or else it'll be one more place we'll never be able to go back to.
It's Flipper versus Jaws, as Jamie and Adam explore the myth that the supposedly unshakable great white shark is scared of the seemingly unassuming dolphin. Testing in the oceans off South Africa, using a fake seal as the lure and an animatronic dolphin as its bodyguard, it appears the myth could have some credence.
But he didn't go for it.
You know, in researching this, we've come across dozens and dozens of anecdotes of dolphins repelling sharks, seemingly in an effort to protect humans.
Yeah, they come in from all over the world. For example, in 2004 in New Zealand, some lifeguards were training on the beach. Shark swims up, dolphin swims up, shark swims away.
In fact, in Australia, earlier that same year, a fisherman had capsized in his boat, was clinging to his dinghy for 2 days when a couple of great whites showed up and were repelled by a dolphin.
Well, several marine biologists have been studying this phenomenon, and they figure that dolphins are intelligent and they're actually capable of altruistic acts. In other words, they like to help the helpless.
Wow, there might really be something to this.
Yeah.
For their last round of tests, they're upping the shark enticement ante by adding a fresh daily special to the menu.
We're going to set out some bait, which has been very successful in bringing the sharks around. And when the sharks come around, we are going to expose them to the dolphin and see what their reaction is, if they recoil in horror.
With the dolphin now a distance away from the bait,
Free lunch. Free lunch, buddy.
It's not long before they get a potential customer.
There he is right there.
Circling.
But just as the shark goes to take a bite, Jamie reels in the dolphin.
It seemed like it fended him off.
It did.
And the tantalizing tuna is left untouched.
I think it is really telling that he didn't go after it.
They serve up another portion. And again, they get some interest.
Yeah. Oh, this is great. Look at him. He's just wondering what the hell to do.
But no orders.
Yeah, he's coming in, he sees the dolphin, he goes away.
You notice his behavior is totally different too. He's staying under the surface. He's not bringing his dorsal fin up or anything.
Yeah.
To see if it's the sight of the dolphin that's making the normally outgoing sharks behave so shyly,
If I lose a hand or something, you'll help me rebuild a mechanical one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
for the final test, they're taking the dolphin out of the equation.
On its side, on its side.
Let it drain.
We want an appropriately sized shark. That was it. That was what we were looking for.
With the dolphin out of the picture,
Whoa!
it seems the great whites have finally got their appetites back.
Wow! Wow, that was awesome. He goes for the bait when the dolphin's not around, he stays away when the dolphin's around.
So with everything they'd seen and experienced on their South African adventure, do they believe that if you ever find yourself swimming with sharks, a dolphin is a good friend to have?
The myth we're investigating is whether a dolphin serves as a deterrent to a shark attack. And based on what we've seen here today, if I had my choice, with or without a dolphin, and I was in a shark situation, I'd take the dolphin. It seemed like it fended him off.
It did. I gotta say, based on all the evidence we've gotten, I think we can call this.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't exactly say that the sharks were afraid of the dolphin, but they were definitely deterred by it. There were never any attacks on anything when the dolphin was in the water.
Agreed. You know, based on our anecdotal evidence and the stuff we've gotten here, I think this myth is plausible.
Plausible. Not that I'd be going swimming with my pet dolphin anytime soon.
Agreed.
If you thought cruise ship activities couldn't get any more fun than shuffleboard and skeet shooting, then how's this for some high seas hijinks? Granting a big myth wish from our fan site, Tori, Carrie, and Grant have been testing the waters with a speedboat to see if it's possible to wakeboard behind a luxury liner.
Oh, face plant, not so good.
Now, to take their test supersized, the team has traveled to tropical paradise, the Bahamas. And amazingly, not just for fun.
Amazingly, we found ourselves a cruise ship. Imperial Majesty is going to let us use the Regal Empress for our experiment.
At 10 stories high, 600 feet long, and 22,000 tons, the Regal Empress is beautiful and big.
There she blows, Captain!
Captain Contis welcomes Carrie aboard.
Have you ever heard of anything this just nutty?
No, I don't.
So can I go down there and do the whole Titanic thing?
No. 2 movies making our lives difficult. One is Love Boat, because everybody expects to come on board and find love. And Titanic, because everybody wants to go there.
And do this.
Sorry, Captain. After this supersized myth, you might have one more headache.
This is doing wonders for my hair.
As the team takes themselves on a tour, their task is looking a lot rougher than they thought.
Man, it looks a lot choppier than the lake.
Yeah, I think it is a lot choppier than the lake. I mean, it seems pretty stable up here, but once you get down to the water, things can be a different story.
I need to find Isaac. I need a drink.
I thought you were looking for Julie, the cruise director.
Well, after the drink.
When you look at the size of this ship, it's pushing a huge volume of water out of the way to get through the ocean. I think it's going to be rough out there.
Grant preps the tow rope that'll be trailing from the back of the ship.
What I'm going to do now is connect up the entire 300 feet of rope, link it all together, throw it over the edge so Tori can grab onto it.
This time the rope is brightly colored so it'll stand out in the whitewash.
Look out below!
It's time to toss caution into the wind.
Attention passengers, there will be a wakeboarding demonstration at the back of the boat following the shovelboard tournament. Make sure you get there early, you don't want to miss it.
Jamie and Adam have been thoroughly researching and preparing for a supersized mission. Is it possible to turn a Chevy into a shuttle? Finally, after 5 years of waiting for a second shot to get a 67 Impala to fly, the day has dawned. They arrive at the launch site.
Deja vu.
Smack in the middle of the Mojave, there's plenty of room for the kids to run about in.
You know what this lake bed makes me want? It makes me want a really, really fast motorcycle. I'm just out here and all of a sudden I just want to be like screaming across at dawn. It's awesome out here.
Everyone's revved up and ready to go. So what's their aim?
We're gonna drive the car down this lake bed. We're gonna have it hit a ramp, and we've got about a mile between the ramp and that mountain. We're gonna see what happens.
The plan is to build a ramp in front of the mountain. A cable pulley system will connect a tow truck on one side, and perpendicular to that, the Chevy Impala. Attached to the Impala will be rockets with 10,000 pounds of thrust. The truck will pull the car towards the ramp. The rockets will ignite and hopefully hurtle the Chevy into the heavens. First, they need to erect the all-important ramp. 2 40-foot-long shipping containers will be the building blocks for this giant job.
Feel ready? We have a lot of work to do to fill it.
Hold me back.
The guys have hollered for their good friend and former Mythbuster, Scotty, to help out.
Basically, instead of building a ramp, what we decided to do was take 2 containers and we're going to slice them diagonally so that they're basically wedge-shaped, flip them over, and run the car off the containers.
It's hot work, but with her own metal shop, Scotty is cut out for it. Starting at the top, she slices all the way down to the base. Then Jamie fires up one of his favorite forms of transportation.
Yeah, baby!
And goes in to do some delicate surgery. With the containers sliced into even chunks, Jamie drags them into position and gently nudges them so they lie side by side. All the activity is stirring up some interest.
I'm going in.
With the ramp laid out, Adam adds a pivotal piece of hardware.
The tow vehicle is going to be heading directly behind me, perpendicular to the line of the Impala, and it's going to be going through this snap shackle. And I'm just actually cabling up to the ramps here, the final mounting point for the snap shackle. Right there.
Finally, an army of helpers lay fiberboard over the entire surface, so the car will have a nice, smooth run-up.
I think we need to move the whole thing in about 6 inches to the left.
It was hot, dusty work, but they brought the ramp in on time and under budget.
We wanted to make a ramp out of dirt because we made one of those before, but the price we got was almost $20,000, and we still had to build this ramp in about a day and a half. We ramped like an Egyptian.
Now to shift this myth into gear.
It's time to install the rockets.
These babies have been custom made by one of the most renowned rocket makers in the nation and contain the same kind of highly charged fuel that's used in the space shuttle.
These motors are ammonium perchlorate cast slipped inside of the aluminum housing. They light at 450 degrees. One of these rocket motors have enough thrust to tickle space. And a straight trajectory, these things can go up to 20 miles.
With the rockets taken care of, it's Jamie and Adam's responsibility to make sure the car reaches the ramp. With only one shot at this, simplicity is key.
The myth says that the car was moving when the rockets went off, so we've got to get the car up to speed. The most straightforward and reliable way we know to do that is to pull it with a cable. We've done radio controls before, but we're really only interested with the actual airborne part of this, and so we're just cutting to the chase.
To ensure their system is foolproof, they need to do some dry runs. Relax, with no igniters attached, there's zero chance of an unwelcome detonation. Adam will be in the Impala, Scotty in the tow truck, and Jamie tracking their movements. Adam has tied surgical tubing to the steering wheel to keep it from drifting off course.
Okay, Scotty. Go at will, over.
As Scotty moves forward, she pulls Adam in a straight line.
Everything's looking perfect, over.
But his aim is off.
Looks like I'm drifting ever so slightly to the right.
You should stop.
There was a little bit of wandering towards the end. I'm going to try and eliminate that with some tape marks and making sure my surgical tubing is well tensioned.
Adam redirects the car. With all that's at stake, he doesn't care how long it takes to get it right.
I'm willing to do this for 2 solid hours just to dial it in and make sure it's perfect, because, boy, I'd hate to watch it screw up.
They go again.
Lovely. You've got a nice touch now, Scotty, so go ahead and get us up to 20.
And Adam is right on target.
Okay, stop.
That was it, over.
Yeah, you see what I was doing with learning how to really aim this thing.
Yeah, I could tell from here that you were lined up perfectly. All right, I'm good to go.
With their guidance system operating perfectly,
3,
there's only one thing left to do.
1.
Is Jamie really gonna ride the rocket car to his certain doom? Find out next on Mythbusters.
Waterboard displays have always been wonderful to watch. But this spectacular sport is about to be taken to a whole new level. Tori has been in training to test the massive myth that it's possible to wakeboard behind a cruise ship. But a lake is one thing, the open ocean another. So does he have any reservations?
Why are you trying to freak me out? Why do you want me to give you a list of things that'll go wrong? So that way I can focus on those things and then something will go wrong?
Someone's on edge. Let's get things underway before he completely flips out.
Ahoy! Regal Empress, this is Carrie, Mistress of the Sea. So we'll just keep in communication while we're out there, and you tell us when you get to a full 14 knots.
We will, okay.
Captain Contis gives the go-ahead for the moorings of his ship to be released.
Whoa, look, ropes are going. We're doing it! You ready?
Yeah.
The Regal Empress is a real ship taking real passengers on a real cruise. So for our team, this is destination do or die.
There is no turning back. Once this ship sets sail, it's not going to stop, if we kind of mess up a little in the first time. It's going to keep going.
As the ship heads out to sea, it picks up the pace, and Team Take Me Away is in hot pursuit.
I can't believe we're going to do this.
6 miles out, the ship is cruising at a steady pace of 14 knots.
Captain, this is Carrie, Mistress of the Sea. We're going to pass you and put Tori in the water. Thank you.
The line is in the water already.
Their driver and dive master Dexter from Stewart Coves cranks it to get in front of the ship.
Okay, you ready to get in the water? Yeah. Okay, good. Get her done.
Tori perches himself in the water.
Okay.
Hey, my little friend. Gonna attract sharks, you little Okay.
Then as the ship passes by, he waits for the wake to wash over.
Hold on, here comes the wake, Tori. Everybody
There's a
hold
wake
on.
coming, everybody brace. Let's do it.
Slow.
Not too fast, not too fast.
Dexter dexterously inches Tori closer and closer to the rope floating behind the ship.
Little slow, little slow.
The rope is right within his reach. Now for the crucial cruise ship switch maneuver. Butterfingers.
I went for the rope, I just got too excited and I let it go.
They haul their overexcited mate on board and race to get ahead of the ship again. Visualize, Tori. Visualize.
So close. My heart's beating. I can can barely breathe. We're going to do it one more time, and Tori is definitely going to get it this time.
Oh, that's the problem, all right.
Tori had better get a grip. If he doesn't get it this time, this myth, along with the ship, is going to sail into the sunset.
Okay, we're gonna hang a little bit more longer this time.
Okay, hold on for the wake. It's coming now.
Everyone's rooting for you, buddy.
You ready, Tori? Let's do it. Not too fast, not too fast.
Tori is traveling nicely and gets in the zone.
I wasn't even paying attention to the wake. I wasn't paying attention to how rough the ocean was. I wasn't paying attention to sharks, none of that. All I was focusing on was getting over to the rope and making that transition.
He seizes the rope and holds on like a resolute barnacle.
It happened so fast, I don't even remember. All I know is I grabbed the line really soon, and it was slipping through my hand, so I had to wrap it around my hand just so I could hold on.
This unique cruise ship adventure has given everyone memories that'll last a lifetime. Grant hasn't been this excited since the Spice Girls announced their reunion tour. And that means Myth.
Dude, that was the coolest thing I've ever done. I felt like I was James Bond.
Well, he was shaken and not stirred. Daniel Craig had better watch out.
Captain Regal Empress, this is Carrie, Mistress of the Sea. We did it! We were successful! Tori wakeboarded behind your cruise ship. Thank you very much, Captain! We love you! Woo! Yes!
So I want you to cast your mind back to early Mythbusters, our first truly spectacular myth, rocket car. Remember where we strapped the rocket to the top of an Impala? Well, we're tackling it again, but this time with 10 times the raw power and much bigger rockets.
The idea is to tow the Impala towards this ramp, ignite rockets on its rear with 10,000 pounds of thrust, and send it flying over a mile on a direct collision course into this mountain. Adam and Jamie literally only have one shot at this, so preparation has been key.
We can hit a bump on the way that we didn't see, a rock, and the car could steer off. It could go right through the ramp. The ramp could blow away on our way to it. What we've tried to do in this very short period of time is eliminate all of these problems to get to just demonstrating the result we're looking for.
Well, good luck, Adam.
It's almost time to pull the pin, but first they need to test the ignition. They've rigged a simple and hopefully fail-safe mousetrap switch that'll trigger when the car's in position.
Eric is going to rig up a couple of dummy igniters outside the motors. I'm going to drive the car past its ignition point, and we're just going to see if it goes off.
Okay, taking off in 3.
It was a great trip.
That looked like a perfect test.
Now they can go live. Our rockets were outsourced to explosive experts, and their forecast is far.
According to our rocket scientists that have calculated all this out, we're going to be going upwards of 150 miles an hour by the time the tip of the car reaches the end of the ramp. So we're going to continue to go, and I can't help but think we'll go quite far. We're fully done. I'm good. I'm good. Done. You can let it go.
Everyone assumes their positions.
That's it, guys. Clear the scene. Okay, the vehicle is fully locked and loaded, and we're on our way to the bunker.
Scotty will be in the pickup truck, the tow vehicle. She will start towing this car towards the ramp. Jamie and I will be in a bunker about 200 feet to the left of the ramp, watching on high speed and in person exactly what's going to happen. We are going to have cameras placed all over the lake bed here to make sure we've covered this from every possible angle. We'll be able to see both from the start of its trajectory all the way to the end, hopefully.
Okay, this is Jamie. We are good to go. So everybody has to be in their safety positions.
Scotty, there's no difference between this and any other run.
Only that something highly explosive is behind me.
There's no turning back now. The moment has come for rocket cars maiden flight.
Okay, you are good to go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good, it's on the hook. It's moving well. There it goes. It's heading towards the ramp. Or not.
Failure is always an option. After all the planning, the tension, and anticipation for their 67 Chevy Impala, the rocket simply exploded, taking her nowhere.
Wow.
What was that?
That was one thing I didn't expect. Total explosion upon ignition.
Well, let's reset.
Next time, there'll be an extra box to tick on the risk assessment document.
All our hard planning and careful thought about how to make this absolutely bulletproof worked.
The launch, the ignition, the trajectory, the ramp was all dead on the money.
Unfortunately, we had one little detail at the end, which was that the whole damn thing blew up.
It's the one thing we didn't have control over. I will say this, Jamie. That ramp held up a tree.
So what was the reason for the over-enthusiastic kaboom?
You have any ideas about what happened?
I have to talk to the guys that built them, but I'm going to say it overpressurized and went.
So we built a big rolling bomb instead of a rocket. Do we get our money back? I think someone owes me $10,000.
Their once glorious 67 Chevy Impala is now merely a shell of its former self.
Oh, look. The suspension is still good.
Hey, Jamie. I left one of my pairs of gloves in the car.
Well, maybe if you soak them in water a little while, they'll swell back up again. What do you think?
That used to be that.
So, how do you wrap up such a smoking wreck?
I have to say, I don't think we've ever found ourselves in this position, but we were really unable to answer the central questions of this myth, i.e. 1.3 miles or 300 miles per hour.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of think it wouldn't have done 1.3 miles, but that's beside the point. We were totally diligent about everything. Absolutely everything worked perfectly.
Yep, the rockets were professionally made.
Yeah.
We buttoned everything down. I'd say the best we can call this is appropriately supersized. Okay, everybody, settle down, settle down. We're trying to answer today's question, what I like best about the Mythbusters Supersize episode. Does anyone want to start? Jamie.
Rocket car sucked when it blew up.
Okay, Jamie, I know you have some strong feelings about this, but we're trying to stay positive. What I like best about the episode. Yes, Carrie.
Not only did we get to blow over a taxi, but also a plane and a bus.
And it was cool that they let us use their 747s.
Very good. Jamie, now do you have something positive to say?
I got attacked by a shark.
Excellent. All right, class, that's it. See you next summer.
You bet. Fueled up from our supersized feast, it's time to jet. Past the antacids.